everyone, my name is Wade the Wallaby. Welcome back to another documentary live stream. Now, obviously, I'm kind of a bit red, so I'm just gonna try to turn this on so the red will go away. So, today, today we'll be talking about where should we go next. What I mean is, where do we go next? For example, if I wanted to go to the moon or Mars, what's next? What's our next goal to go somewhere else? And if you don't know much about astronomy, you probably think that those are the only ones that we could possibly live. We can't live on Venus. We could perhaps become Cloud City in Star Wars, sort of, with balloons on Venus. Reason why is because Venus is just too hot and just too miserable to live. So, why? Where can we start? Venus is 900 degrees Fahrenheit or 800 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just way too hot. It's hot enough to melt lead, so pretty much you're going to molten lead, and pretty much you burn. That is hot. Hotter than an oven. This oven can't get that hot. I think it could, but it would be very hot. And if you stick that hand in there, more than 400 degrees Fahrenheit, or I should say that basically if you put a device in your oven, which I'm going to see how let's see how my oven. Now, the oven is usually the hottest because it keeps, it only goes to about 550 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 550 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not much compared to Venus. Mercury, yes, we could possibly colonize Mercury. Not the sun because it's made of plasma. We could perhaps orbit closer to the sun, but that's ridiculous. Why will we even have a station near the sun? So Venus, we could colonize in balloons, perhaps. Mercury, yes, we could colonize Mercury pretty easily. It's not that hot. And first of all, we could actually be very good observatory of the sun. We will have a good angle, very good resolution of the, observatory. You can imagine just big telescopes just focusing on the sun and Parker Solar Probe, but we're not paying attention to that. And of course, there is ice on Mercury, which makes no sense. Fire and ice. There you go. They possibly spotted some because they theorize that because there's a crater that, okay. The moon, yes, 100%, yes, we could colonize because it's close, to us. But what about planets? Before you say, oh, we can't land on Jupiter. Oh, we can't go to Uranus because Uranus, don't make that joke because it's not funny anymore. This is serious astronomy, not that weird astronomy. So, yes, weird our gas giants. Pluto, we'll talk about that later because I really have a good idea for colonizing Pluto. And of course, the outer planets, which will take forever if we have warp technology. Okay, so Mars, yes, we could definitely colonize Mars. Definitely 100%, yes. It is possible we can have a full colony just like surviving Mars. You can have a huge colony of people being born. And there's also a very cool movie I think I found on Netflix. I think it was from Netflix, but it was actually really cool. A simulation. Somebody was pregnant when they went to a mission to Mars with the colony, and she died because for whatever reason, and the child was born on Mars. And of course, gravity is low on Mars. You have to stay in a habitation. He's like contacting this girl all the way to Earth. And she's like, doesn't trust him. And at the end, it kind of gets ridiculous because they fly the Dreamer space plane, which you can't. All right, yes, you can't fly the Dreamer because those engines are vacuum. You can't. Yeah, there's actually a flaw in that movie that they used the Dreamer space plane for them to go up just like SSTO. No, you can't because I believe those engines are vacuum. They're designed to be vacuum. Yeah, it has to be launched on an Atlas 5 rocket, I think. Atlas 5, 4, 3, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that mistake, but I'm guessing they just could have had no answer. And for whatever reason, I think they used the Dragon capsule for landing. Of course, they did have things for that, Elon Musk. However, Mars, we know about Mars really well. It's really interesting. It has weathering. There's dust storms. That's bad because blocks their solar panels. For some reason, I'm smelling like some type of hair polish or something. Oh God, I keep smelling something around here. It's not me. It's just really the atmosphere is really thick for some reason. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, after Mars, you got the Galilean moons of Jupiter. Now, if you don't know about Jupiter moons, don't worry. I got you covered. Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. There you go. You don't have to worry about Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system. Yeah, our moon is not the biggest. Go figure. It is the largest moon in the solar system. Ganymede also does have an atmosphere, but in Space Engine, it doesn't have an atmosphere, which makes no sense. The moon has an atmosphere, but it's really like 5.9 atmospheres. It's really tiny. It's tiny, like 5 atmospheres, like really tiny. Like you can't even use it at all compared to Pluto's atmosphere is way thick. It's really, well, if you really want detail, go Wikipedia and you'll find the atmosphere because we've seen the spectrometry around it because, okay, so possibly a colonization, not Ilo. Ilo would be very interesting, although Ilo will be very good. Now, I have a funny theory. This might be very silly, but this might work. If you have a Tesla coil, because remember, Ilo is right between one of the magnetic fields. And if I had this crazy idea to put a Tesla coil right at the poles of Ilo 1 and 2, and to see if electricity goes through and it creates infinite, I have no idea. Maybe that will work, but there's sulfur, which sulfur, I think, well, there's a lot of sulfur, make a lot of medicine. Sulfur is a very good material, like sulfur pills. It makes you, I think, pee. Yeah, my mom does take some sulfur pills. So yeah, you get a bunch of sulfur, like sulfur. Actually, there's sulfur dioxide, there's sulfur atmosphere. If you love sulfur and you love Ilo, go ahead. You can go to Ilo and just suffocate because there's no oxygen. You're going to have to have a pressure suit and you're going to have a lot of radiation. So once you get home, you're going to have cancer or even just get cancer because good luck. I remember there was this movie called Traveling Ilo, and I'm like, good luck out there. If you're going to leave Earth when Earth is just like in a hellscape, when there's carbon monoxide, or I don't know what happened to, but I think what happened was the story, something about these molecules or something that made the oxygen, instead of oxygen being prevented by these organisms, they suck in oxygen so much that they put carbon out so much, caused Earth to become dangerous. That means there are clumps of oxygen and carbon monoxide, messing up everything and suffocate you. Yeah, it was a really weird movie. And of course, everybody's like 100 ships were launched at the same time. And then there was this one that was getting ready to launch. But then, of course, they decided to stay because they were already used to the less oxygen. And apparently it was actually becoming easier. And all the water was like gone almost. Like, I guess they turn into, yeah, it's weird. And there's like these big gas storms. It's kabobulated. I'm guessing it's carbon monoxide or methane. Methane or carbon. They're both greenhouse gases, and they probably change the colors of the flame. I'm not a chemist, I'm not like a deeply chemist, but I'm pretty sure that's carbon monoxide. And they had to wear like respirator. It was a weird, interesting movie because they said something about Ilo, like, oh, we're gonna have to go to Ilo. I'm like, good luck. There's radiation. There's also that. Why would you go to Ilo for all things? And they were like I should say, have a base there or something. So it's going to leave to Alpha Centauri. Hey, you can just go to Mars. Okay, all the way. There's a lot of things in that movie that made no sense at all. So yeah, if you really want sulfur, go ahead. If you are a medical guy and you really want sulfur, stop messing around. You can go to Isla, which you're a doctor. You're not an orbiterist, unless if you have a well, you're probably never unless if we are in the future, which won't happen for a while. But if you're rich like Elon Musk, that's a doctor. Go on meetings. You could go there. I mean, that'd be a good accomplishment. Everyone give applause with you. All right. Second of all, Europa. Europa, yes, possibly yes. They say that there is a water, well, of course, and I should say take on Mars. There is literally the DLC. It was in there. Europa doesn't look like Europa. If you go deeper, there is the water area. They say there's life down there, which I think possibly, but what about an atmosphere? Yeah, I think, yeah, it does have an atmosphere, but it changes. So yeah, Europa, it'd be a long way, but it could be colonizable because of the ice and water, and it could, unless if we terminate all the. Never mind. Next up is Ganymede. Due to the fact that Ganymede is the largest moon, that was going to be my primary mission for a lander called the Werewolf Alpha. It was supposed to be a probe with a lander, and it was go to there, and I think I canceled it because it was supposed to use an IMAX, like a big high resolution, like the best camera that you could ever have, super zoom, best camera, like good resolution, like wow. And it was supposed to be better than Voyager. So yeah, apparently I decided to scrap it because it used only solar panels. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's a good concept by, I mean, it's complicated. I do have concept art, of it. I draw sketches, but I'm just too lazy just to show it. But yada yada. Let me think. So yeah, Ganymede. Nothing much about Ganymede. I mean, obviously, Ganymede is the largest, which will probably be very comfortable because it's the largest, and yeah, Callisto says that it states that Callisto has these mountain guy skadges. There's a lot of YouTube videos about what if you were standing on that. We know what we were standing on the moon because we've been on the moon. We've sort of been standing on Mars because we have rovers. Curiosity 2020, which that's coming soon. InSight, those are the only ones that are working right now. I'm sorry. Oh, what happened to one of those two rovers? They're dead. Go figure. It happened in like 2018. Yeah. So yeah, you can also just but I really can't There's just too many moons. I keep forgetting. I just know the Galilean moons really well, which is possibly very good. Now, next of all is Saturn. Saturn was my objective. Now, Saturn. Wait, you can't land. Of course, yes, we can't land on Saturn because it's a gas giant. We could orbit it, but we want to stay on an object. I do know the small moons really well. Pan, Atlas, Pandora. I think it's Pandora. Hyperion. All those small ones. Hyperion is it's like really messed up. It's far away. Then you got Enceladus, which is a very, very good place to find life because a probe went very close to it and even felt, and it was salt water. Salt water. Now that's good. Salt water. Geysers. That's crazy. In the poles. Enceladus is small, but it's pretty much cool. It has barely an atmosphere, actually, no, but it has, I know about this so well. It's a beautiful, beautiful poles because it's like blue jaggeds and stuff. It's really cool. And you got there's ones that are that looks like the Death Star. It's called Manus. Yeah, it looks like Death Star. If you look at it and put Death Star right to it, it looks exactly like it, except there's supposed to be a gouge in the equator, but we get it. It actually is the smallest moon in, I should say, close area. I should say major moon. If you go, yada yada. Pretty okay. All right, let's see. I think there are some other ones but they look exactly the same. So there's Rhea, Iapetus. Iapetus, I know, has like this ridge. Can't be colonized because they're pretty much boring. It doesn't have that much resources that we know. And Celdis is good to colonize. Celdis, so good to colonize. Manus, no, it's too small, but good to visit by man if there was a big voyage there, But why would somebody live there if we were in the future? But it's not a good place. It's just there's not much resources. Pan Atlas, no, they're just extremely small, in the ring. Daphis, too small, so small that you can even push it probably with, ion engine. Might take forever, but it'll work. Just look at Scott Manley because he made it how much it takes to push a object, which probably takes a long time, but I think because, all right, Titan. Now, we do have landed on Titans. We do know what Titan looks like. We do, but we haven't looked very closely at the lakes. Wait, what did you say, Wade? Lakes? Are we on Earth? No. Titan has lakes. Wait, water? No. It doesn't have water lakes up top. There's methane. Methane? I didn't know that. Hey, prove it. I prove it to you. There's liquid methane on the surface of Titan. Actually, one of my teachers, didn't believe me, but there is proof because we've seen it by using the Cassini and the Huygens lander. Even though it didn't land in the Titan lakes, it probably would have freezed it to death and maybe destroy it or even land right near one. But they usually are on the poles. Oh yeah, how cold is it? Warm it is? It's cold. 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh wait, negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. I'm not going to say Celsius. Thank you. So yeah. Negative 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That's like, okay, cold enough to liquefy methane. There's also nitrogen. It has a very, very thick atmosphere. It's like the same thing as like Venus, except that it's colder, perfect low gravity. Liquid methane. I mean, they're just liquid. So they say that there is also a liquid ocean beneath Titan's tops, methane top thing. Yeah. Again, lakes on the bottom, which that's why it does the ground literally changes position, which sounds crazy because that. So I guess methane is lighter than oxygen. Hang on. Okay, so hydrogen is light. Oxygen is sort of light. Methane is a greenhouse gas, although methane is also a fuel according to Take on Mars. Using methane and oxygen and kaboom, it makes an explosion, which means that you can make fuel. I guess oxygen and methane don't like each other. Yeah. Oxygen. Liquid oxygen, possible liquid oxygen and liquid methane. That would make things, because it seems like liquid oxygen doesn't like nothing. It doesn't like hydrogen. No, it does not liquid hydrogen. You can see that if you look at the space shuttle, you see what happened when those boosters flame up with that beautiful blue flame. That's oxygen. And then you see the outer edge of oxygen, hydrogen, angry, Actually, it's cold, but it is hot. It's cold when it's that, hitting each other, but it's really cold when a tank. That's why you see steam, I should say some vapor coming out of one of the engines. In the launch when they turn those three massive engines, the APU, and steam comes out, and those sparks are for to get rid of the excess hydrogen, which sometimes I guess hydrogen isn't lit. It basically they burn any excess nitrogen, and hydrogen, not nitrogen. Nitrogen is in our atmosphere. Actually, one person, I think it was maybe Foster Chain or Scott Manley or Everyday Astronaut. I'm not sure, but one of those people said that you could breathe on Titan without pressure suit. Well, you need a respirator because, maybe you don't need to have a full pressure suit. You need a thick coat, really thick coat with warm insulation, and you really don't need a pressure suit because there's already pressure. You don't need pressure. You may need a pressure opposite suit, like for like if you're like, but yeah, just to keep you warm and to have oxygen because you already have nitrogen. Nitrogen is really good for plants. So yeah, good colony, very prefabricated colony on Titan. It's just cold, right? Just cold, thick atmosphere, which is low gravity, very, very easy to fly a space plane. You might as well have a great time flying your ridiculous wooden plane that you wanted to fly for years and couldn't fly. Yeah, actually, don't do that. Just you probably decontaminate everything because if you put any wood that says, "Oh my gosh, it's life on," no, it's. So yeah, Titan. Moving on to Uranus. Now, Uranus does have some moons. For a long time, I didn't know what the names were, but now I do. Good, without looking them up. Although I do sometimes get mixed up. But whatever. We don't know much about them. The only flyby that we had, or only one probe went there. Voyager 2. That's it. We only one flyby. Sorry, just we only have that much information. There's not much moons because we don't have a probe there or orbiting, which will be awesome, but we haven't been to Uranus or Neptune. But Uranus, or Uranus, you don't get the joke, all right? I just don't like when people say that, even though I'm talking serious. It's Uranus, all right? I say Uranus because it's much better. It's easy to say. Or Uranus, because why not? Because actually there is a, okay. So the first one is, no, we can't colonize Miranda. Miranda is the most, I'm going to say it, most screwed up moon there is. There is a cliff on there that is it is the biggest cliff in the solar system. That, like, what? I mean, like crazy. Even though your legs would get squished, because if you fall that cliff, even though it's low gravity, your velocity will keep going, and you're eventually, going about 200 miles per hour. That's gonna be comfortable. You're gonna be dead. You're gonna crush your legs, But yeah, still. I mean, it'd be very fun to, jump will take a while. Like you jump on your rope, you're like, it's taking me a long time. And then finally you hit it because you're going to jump higher on the side, which would be very strange. You almost will be floating, but very low gravity. Now, it's not good for colony because it's pretty much a boring moon. There's not much for it. I'm going to say, I really don't know. After that, I I think it's Titania next? I'm not sure. Oh, Oberon? I do know there's one that's called Puck, Juliet. Pretty much all of them are made out of Shakespeare characters. So yeah, you're gonna your favorite Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. There's Juliet, which is there's Puck, which is a small one. There's Miranda and I think Oberon. Titania. Damn it, I forgot. I'm gonna have to do this. I really need to know. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go to Wikipedia. I'm gonna have to cheat. Thank goodness I keep looking on Uranus for a while. Actually, that looks like yeah, that's Neptune. God damn it. Neptune. We're not going to Neptune. Uranus. Galileo. Okay, so here they are. Okay, so there's Mandera. Oh, hey, you suck. All right, let's go to, oh, shoot. Moons. Magic. All right, Hubble Space Telescope. Yeah, okay. Oh, hello, Shakespeare. Yeah, yep, William Shakespeare. They were all named after Shakespeare writers. Yeah, the moons. Okay, so The moons of Uranus. All right, so we're gonna go by order. Actually, there's really small variety. There's like 27 moons that we know. All right, I'm gonna say them in order by closest. I could have gone in, Space Engine, but go figure. Number 1 is Caledalia. It's about I'm good. There's kilometers, which I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do kilometers because, or I can just ask her. Wait, you know what? I'm gonna have to go Space Engine. You know what? I'm gonna go Space Engine because I do have prefabricated miles on there. Now Wikipedia does tell you an atmosphere, but yeah, go figure. Make sure to like the video at all costs because I never mention that to say subscribe or like the video, but I'm gonna have to say that. But usually, what I just don't because pretty much a lot of people get tired of people saying it, and as a YouTuber, yeah, I'm gonna have to start it up. It takes a little while. Oh, there's an update. Oh, I bet the update is for the new moons from Saturn. Yay! Wait, well, how about your sandbox too? It does work. It's just kind of get complicated but yeah, it's the scroll thing gets messed up, and this is my face whenever they go haywire. Yeah, I need to shave again. What the hell is those girls doing out there? So yeah, it's gonna load up. You're gonna tell you about in miles Fahrenheit. So yeah, I'm going to very quickly wrap it up. But okay, so yeah, you can't colonize any of the moons of Uranus. Neptune, Triton around it, even though it orbits backwards, has nitrogen, has even probably clouds. They say that they found clouds of nitrogen and even geysers that shoot up and they cross like that because it has an atmosphere and it blocks it. And like cryovolcanoes, that's the only one that we could possibly even visit. So Neptune does have a good winner. Pluto, hell yeah, Pluto. Oh yeah, we can definitely colonize Pluto. Has a nitrogen atmosphere, very thin one, but it is a planet. I'm going to say, screw it, planet. All right, anybody that you say that Pluto isn't a planet, screw you, because it is a planet. Anybody says it's a dwarf planet, it's not. I deserve it. It deserves to become a planet because look what it's done. It has enough mass. I mean, why is okay? I'm gonna have to do this. Why the hell did they classify Ceres, the asteroid, which was the first asteroid discovered, and it is the biggest, I should say, asteroid, and they make it a dwarf planet? What? And they also name the ones that are dwarf planets, but they are exactly the same as asteroids. And the Kuiper, what is wrong with astronomy? I think I should be an astronomer. I think Pluto is the planet because it's a stable orbit around Neptune. I should say around, in that orbit. I think it deserves to become a planet. Even the administrator of NASA, he knows that it is a planet. He wants to be a planet. I do. Pretty much. So, yeah. I actually did a vote, I think. No, wait. I think I should do a vote on Twitter. And if they say no, I'm going to make it again. Because I'm going to probably put you on the same, but still, that makes no sense. But still, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe if I describe it, maybe they will. Because Pluto is the last resort of colonizing because somebody even made a video, which was my favorite one, by colonizing one of my favorite objects out there. Now, it's still loading right now, actually. But yeah, terrific. So yeah, there you go. Pluto is the dominant. Uranus, there's not much for it, but pretty much. Can you load for me, please? It's like you're taking a while. Okay. I'm gonna stick around this stream for a while because I'm gonna have to let you guys know about, I should say, so when this is pre-recorded, once I finish streaming this, the people that you see that is finished recording, you can actually maybe fast forward this for a bit, or you can stay put and watch me do some talking. Maybe I'll just randomly talk to something. You never know because this is streaming and this is only live, and I'm not prepared. Okay, yeah. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, maybe just skip maybe a minute, maybe. Maybe don't skip. Maybe just watch my beautiful face talk. Just okay. Can you please load? Can you I understand that I usually just probably do my autism things like STEM or something, which I don't show on camera. You may actually don't see me do this. Yeah, that's my stimming. Oh, here it comes. Oh God, my leg. There we go. Finally. Okay, so we're in the game, and pretty much the title of the video doesn't make no sense to that. Okay, so yeah. Where am I? On Earth? Yeah, I'm on Earth. Alright, so we're here at Space Engine. Pretty much Space Engine is really good. See? Okie dokie. Spearmint Druid. Orbits. Oh god. Okay, that is it. If you look at our solar system, it has a bunch of stuff. Satna. Satna's really playing close to us. About wrong button. At about there we go. Oh my god, it's good. Okay, so Satna's closest approach is going to be in 2075. I'm going to be still alive in that day. Setna. If you didn't know what Setna is, it's actually the farthest object. Setna. It's pretty bright because they were closest sun. And the position, right now, is pretty close to us. We're going to go back in time. Back in time. And it's going to get dark. So dark that you can't see anything. Oh, so dark. Okay, stop. Wait. Okay. Oopsie, stupid. Oh, I thought that was our. Moons? Huh? Oh, I'm on temperature. That makes sense. Oopsie daisy. Titan, my sexy. So yeah, okay, so we're Uranus. One of the moons is about, the first one is about radius 50919.47 feet long. So we're gonna go there. You guys can't see it, but it's pretty much I guess a weird type of thing that's very close to Uranus. I'm gonna have to stop here.